Welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and blow stuff up in this episode. We're gonna analyze every part of this next sequence, and I gotta tell you, the next episode or two, the next 40 minutes or so, are my favorite. Starting
Take it
now
easy on the door,
and
Chloe.
moving on. Everything
Let's try
from here
this
is
instead.
great.
Boom! Literally.
Yes! Time to blow shit up!
If you'll light the candle,
This is so cool!
get ready to haul ass.
That was so fucking cool!
Oh, we are toast! Here comes the whole Arcadia Bay Fire and Police Department.
So here's where they
so what should we do?
realized that your superpower, that they spelled out how it works, can actually do a lot of cool shit, and they realized that, and they said, okay, we gotta teach the player that they can do more than just rewind time. Because chances are, your initial assumption is that you're going to want to find some kind of alarm box, rewind time, shut off the alarm box, and then blow the door open. But the truth is actually that you just want to walk through the door and rewind time. I think this took a lot of people a considerable amount of time to figure out. I know that I tried for about 30 seconds to figure out where the alarm box was before I remembered that I could just rewind time like this. And I think that's a great puzzle. Should we let Chloe in? What do you think?
If I can get this bastard open,
That smile is really important to her characterization. It's going to stay on her face for quite a while, and it's one of the few real smiles we've ever seen from her.
Welcome to my domain.
You are magic! I have no clue how the hell you got in there, but you did it, sis.
Now, the best part is, if you try and pull the same trick again later, she'll say, I've seen that already. Give me a new trick.
My powers only go so far.
Man, I can see why the principal locks this room up. Fancy faux art.
Here we are, back in the principal's
want
office,
everybody to know
and
he's
once
lying.
again, I thought, oh, we're gonna get to search through the principal's office and dig up all sorts of juicy stuff. It'll be just like Victoria's room. No, it's just a long row of files that you search, and worse, you turn on the lights, so you don't have to use your phone light anymore.
Only the principal had a Monet or Picasso. You'd
In
still be
addition,
Blackwell.
there won't be any noise in the background.
I'm gonna
No
pull
low
the
hum,
papers
I
on
don't
this
think.
ugly
I don't
ass
remember
desk.
one. But Chloe having fun in the office does make
Okay,
this
sure.
seem pretty
It's
good.
ugly, but damn, is it a cozy chair. This is your chance to truly get all deductive and shit, Sherlock. Find us some clues about Rachel, or Kate, or Nathan. Anybody.
I'm on the case.
Yay. I was like, oh, this is going to be so neat. Wait, I don't have a phone. I don't need to do anything. I guess I can, like, just walk around. So Warren is still sending us messages. We're going to tell him that we didn't blow anything up. Because we didn't. Which is cute. I like that. Really, all we do is we search at head
Look at
height
this
all the way
pile.
around the room. It's just incredibly dull.
Tumbleweeds. Weird. This asshole has a spotless record.
Uh-huh, and that is the secret that is being hidden in this office.
Like I'm not gonna read my own personal file. This file is going to be so I have to make sure Warren doesn't have a criminal background.
GPA of 4.0, my ass.
Only 2 more files to go. Rachel doesn't seem so troubled based on all this. Man, I don't blame the principal for expelling Chloe.
So here's the
Bad,
thing.
Chloe.
Chloe got expelled for pretty minor stuff. She was a bad student, and she did do things like spray paint stuff. But the walls of Blackwell are covered in people's spray paint. So her being expelled is really pretty over the top. I mean, Victoria
Let's
could be
nab
expelled
this
for that.
last file, Sherlock.
So we can
Always
look
want-
at some other files here, but none of
So
them are really
Nathan
very
Prescott's
interesting.
dad is a bull,
The
too.
closest thing we can see is there's a
Shocker.
couple of little things that we can discover by looking at the
If I
things
would've
on his
signed the
desk,
petition, I could've
just
made the
about
difference.
the situation in general, but they're not secrets. They're just like things we
Not so
already
tacky
knew.
up close.
And they're not very interesting, and they don't give us too much insight into the world. We can continue to search through all these files, but none of them matter. This is the only thing in the room
I'd drink too if
that
I
made
was
me
the
happy.
principal of
Like, oh, I
Blackwell.
found something. But unfortunately, the rest of it is just generic head height stuff. Let me show you the big puzzle. If I can move my mouse. That was the big puzzle. You can turn on a light.
This pretty much sums up Kate. Shy and sweet. And in the wrong place.
So if you
I
notice,
think we found everything in
we actually took all of the
should go
files.
join Chloe now.
We didn't just read them. We're stealing the physical files. And that's actually important for later, which is fun. Hey, Chloe. Looking at DeviantArt or something?
Max, you better come check out these files. Nathan accuses Rachel of bringing drugs on campus.
Well, she
And
did.
my step troll went along because he thinks Rachel was a bad influence on me.
Well, she was.
Assholes.
So it's worth
David is
noting
teaming
that
up with
this
Nathan
desk
Prescott,
scene
that's a
works
bad
great.
sign.
The blocking here is subtle,
Prescott
but
before.
very good.
You
And
were
of course,
so
the
late.
acting keeps up
You
quite
know
nicely.
Scott's dropped major bank to bury Nathan's real file. Look, it reads like a rap sheet. Bad grades, teacher complaints, secret probation. But I was expelled?
At least Nathan was finally suspended. Check out that note. Open it.
It's just some crazy drawing.
It's not a drawing. Look. Rachel in the dark room. Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it.
That's fucked up. What does this even mean?
Pause. So, darkroom is a photography term. It's the place where you develop photographs. I guess if you're a digital photographer, you're never going to need one. But if you are doing old school stuff, you'll be very familiar with darkrooms. And if you're in a photography school, you'll know what the hell a darkroom is. So, obviously, it being scrolled around in giant spirals is pretty disturbing. But Rachel in the darkroom is not inherently a disturbing phrase. It turns out that the darkroom they're referring to is pretty disturbing. But in this case, Rachel wants to be a model. Her being in a darkroom, whether physically or in the form of photographs, is absolutely nothing interesting. So the first time I read this, I took this to mean that Nathan wanted to take pictures of Rachel incredibly badly. And that must have been somehow related to how she vanished, or maybe it's what drove Nathan over the edge when she did vanish. It's not correct because of the meaning of the word darkroom in this particular case. But the way that the characters reacted to it, like, darkroom, what does that mean? You're at a photography school. Okay, let's continue.
Nathan is truly psychotic.
Yes.
I know he has something to do with Rachel missing.
We don't know that yet.
Listen to this. David M.
Now,
always
this part,
asks what's going on in my head. David
is
M.
really
always
confusing
helps
to me when I
follow
first
those
read
he
it.
follows.
But it makes sense
Well, it
after
sounds
you've
like they formed
figured
some
out
sort
what
of
the
weird
deal
team,
is.
The Super Hebrews.
Jesus. David was stalking Kate, hassling me, and now we know he was all over Rachel too.
Oh, we are so going into his garage files. Plus, I'm getting a little paranoid in here.
Yeah.
We got our info. Let's bail.
Yeah.
But maybe we shouldn't leave without a gift.
No, you are not taking the cozy chair.
Max, do your powers include mind reading? Or
I
did
really
you
like
just
that bit.
rewind because I tried to steal the chair? Shit, I'm confused.
It's the powers of best friendship. I know how you roll. We should definitely get out of here. We pressed our luck enough.
Hello, what have we here?
Low res cash.
Holy shit! Jackpot! Cha-ching!
Wowzer. That's a lot for the handicapped fund.
Dude, there's $5,000 here. I could pay Frank back tonight. This'll chill him out after you almost, shot him.
Hey, I'm not the only one that's gonna almost have shot him.
Are you gonna make a big issue out of this? Or just rewind and take the greenbacks for yourself? I hope you do that instead of lecturing me.
So this is an interesting choice. We're deep enough in the game that every player is going to have set in their mind how Max should act. And I think that means that every player is probably going to have a pretty clear idea of whether they want to steal the money or leave the money. For me, I have absolutely no interest in Blackwell. All of their teachers seemed either corrupt or incompetent, and I don't really give a shit at all. So I was like, whatever, we'll just steal it. But I can easily see people taking the other option, being leave the money. I just think it's interesting to me, because normally when you look at the end of the game, you're like, is it 50-50? Could the game have made this choice more difficult for the player? Some choices can end up being 50-50. but each individual player can feel very strongly and immediately, so for them, it would be like 90-10. So that's an interesting little difference between treating each player individually and treating the players as a whole. We'll steal that money.
Frank knows things about Rachel, and he might talk if he's been paid, right?
You are Supermax. And with the leftover
fun
dough,
blocking?
I'll take you on a road trip to Portland for the day. We'll stock up on tats,
some fun character
beer,
bits.
weed, and donuts,
And books from Powell's?
and strip clubs. Kidding. But you never know.
And now we turn on
I
our
feel like
phone.
shit for taking that money.
So here is Rachel in the dark room, and obviously the picture is pretty disturbing because he's drawn in a really disturbed fashion. Attempted theft of Tobanga. I didn't read that before. That's the giant totem outside of the girls' dorm. Oh wow, those guys are some asses. I really want to look through the trash. Why did he throw away so much perfectly good duct tape? Whatever.
That impish look scares me.
Care for a midnight swim? The Blackwell pool is ours.
Swimming? You want to take that risk now?
It's been a cray week. We deserve a little mindless fun in the water. We're done for the night anyway. We're rich, and nobody busted us. So, splish splash?
You're right. We hella deserve it. Splish splash.
A few too
Did
many
you
memes in
actually
there,
just say
but I do
hella?
like how that
I
unfolded.
think I'm a good bad influence on you.
Now we're gonna go ahead and go to where the otters play. This is another one of those introductory sequences where the character bits are put into the game in such a way that they also act to familiarize you with the new location and the new plot ideas. So that is a technique this writer is very good at, and you should definitely do that if at all possible in your own games. It's very efficient.
Big fucking deal. I want that heated water.
We still have to play it cool, okay? I still go to school here.
You can own this hellhole once you figure out your rewind power.
So this
Chloe
is
is so psyched for Girls' Night Out.
this is
so
possible
it's
for
gotta
us
follow
to
the plan.
use our rewind power and then come out of one of these doors. I'm gonna show you that because I really like that.
Boys or girls?
Now you can choose whichever one you want. I don't
Girls, of
think it actually matters. There's nothing interesting in any of the
Ooh,
lockers.
Let me check to see if the
Some
pool's
small
heated.
character bits, but that's it. So let's go ahead and go into the girls' locker room. You do turn on your phone, and this was a little bit fun because there is like a random smattering of things to find, but it wasn't as fun as Victoria's room because the density is too low, and the quality of the finds is too low.
Presto!
Dude, it's getting old. Try and dazzle me with another trick.
I like that. So, if we look around in the girls' room, I got lost for a second there. Sorry, hope I didn't make anybody too sick with my swinging my mouse around. We can see a bunch of little details here and there. We can look in Kate's locker and stuff like this, and that's kind of
A
nice.
bus ticket? Was she going to run away? Like Rachel Amber?
If the density was higher, or they weren't pointed out quite so clearly at quite such a range, this could have been a lot of fun. I do like Victoria's second
So,
secret.
Victoria's secret is selfies. Go fuck your... No. Jefferson said, don't confuse art with the artist. These are cool shots.
Really? Is that one a cool shot? Oh, whatever. So, I think there is like one more locker hanging around here. Brooks. Brooke is the girl with the red tights that I've been trying to put Warren on.
Looks like Brooke wants to go to the drive-in with Warren.
So here are some showers. That handwriting should be familiar to you. That is Victoria's handwriting. A couple of small details here and there. We're not going to get into them too much. And here is the pool. Now we can in fact go over and take a look at the boys' locker room. And there it is. But there's anything more interesting back here. It's pretty sad showing all around in terms of interesting things. So we're not going to bother. Might as well look in Logan's because it's right
I
here.
guess I should consider this evolution.
Logan is the one that was writing incredibly bad letters. Now he managed to write an incredibly mediocre letter.
Max, try to find the light for the pool. I want to see the sharks.
Otters don't like sharks. They bite.
So do I. Hit that light.
Ooh, oxygen kids.
There has to be a control panel for the lights around here.
Where could that control panel be? I don't see anything like a control panel in here. Oh, there it is. So we're going to get not safe for work now, and we're just going to go ahead and go straight to the underwear scene. Because I can start the next scene when we escape. And that'll be good. So this visual is really good. The way that the light gets cast onto the ceiling and up onto the girls' faces works really well. Obviously, the see this one I'm talking about? It's casted onto the wall and onto the roof. Obviously, these two are going to enjoy themselves a fair amount swimming around. There are some flaws in this that are clearly due to production issues, which we'll get to in a minute. But by and large, this is a pretty great scene.
And with my cash dash, I'm queen of the world. Bow. Tell me you're not gonna stand there watching me like a zombie. Don't you dare!
They establish the mood really quite well.
Cowabunga!
So this is one of the
Why,
flaws.
look, an otter in my water.
They were going to make this pool deeper, I can tell already, because the way she's holding her head is as if she was in another 6 inches. The fact that she keeps holding her head way up like that is a little bit distracting, but the scene is pretty good all around. The dialogue is pretty forced again. That happens from time to time with this writer, but
Cheater.
you should be used to it by now if you've been going through the game straight up, you know, without stopping and watching videos halfway through each episode.
I wish Rachel was here. She would totally love being in here at night. Wish you guys had met each other.
We will. With all this stuff going on,
These kinds of camera shots are really
everything is
nice.
related, and I want to find out for Kate's sake.
Some authentic cinematography happens
She
in this
almost
game.
died today.
Your power is changing everything, Max. Especially you. I can already tell. You're not so chicken shit anymore.
Thanks, girlfriend.
You know what I mean.
The joints.
Having, like, this force of nature.
Be careful how you rig your characters, or they'll look really bad when they fold their arms.
Failed trying to rescue Kate. Maybe I'm just stumbling back and forth in time. For what reason?
You didn't stumble when you saved me, Max.
Not that time. But that's because you were there to kickstart my power.
So it's time to start moving forward in time. And we're obviously connected, since without me, you would have never discovered your power, right?
Absolutely. You make me feel like I know what I'm doing.
And you make me feel like I have a reason for still being in Arcadia Bay.
I hope so.
Stop being so goddamn humble. You're like
So
a
although
super
this segment doesn't have very much aggressive blocking, notice that the conversation has gone through several arcs, several emotional phases, each of which had a different style of blocking. And that allows you to bring these conversations into a nice arc where they feel like they are moving forward and they feel like they have energy and power, even when they're fairly long.
You're the bro killer. Tats and tooth.
You did not just say that. Plus, I am not down with these Arcadia Bay hillbillies.
I don't blame you. Anyway, we have bigger fish to fry, right?
No worries. Once you get over yourself, you're gonna make the world bow.
As long as you're there with me.
Don't look so sad. I'm never leaving you.
Now I'm getting cold in here.
Because we're yapping instead of attacking each other.
I even like these bad lines that are bad on purpose because the delivery is so good. Chloe definitely has some issues with being nervous. I think she's extremely similar to Max, and their coping mechanism is different. Whenever it's been a while since Chloe has had a hit, you can tell she gets steadily more nervous, and I think that's on purpose. And her speech starts to get a little bit tense.
Gross. I feel like we just went swimming in Chlorine Bay.
You look cute with your hair soaked in chemicals.
Thanks. You would know.
Hide!
And that was the underwear scene, which is moderately famous now, I guess. It's pretty tame. Oh my gosh, Chloe! Chloe, we gotta run!
We have to go now.
Oh no, how are we gonna get out? How about we go out this door?
Make sure you cover the whole
Are
perimeter.
you shitting me?
How are we going to escape?
Like when we were kids.
Hide, huh?
I could use my power. Or just look for a hiding spot. Or both.
Where are they? Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Hello? Anybody there?
Anyway, all of that aside,
Better
this
not
is a
try
good time for us to
any
stop
pranks
the
after
episode.
today. Serious.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get started at the door here.
Something over here.